Hello friends, this is Dr. Abdul Mubin A. Mundewadi from Mundewadi Ayurvedic Clinic. In today's video, we will discuss the Ayurvedic herbal treatment of a disease known as hepatitis B virus infection, of course of the liver. Now we all know the jaundice which we normally see, that is due to hepatitis A, and it usually lasts for a short duration, say 4 to 6 weeks or 8 weeks, and it goes away of its own or with some herbal treatment, and there are no long-term complications to that disease. But hepatitis B virus infection is something totally different. The cause or the source of infection is also different. It usually happens because of sharing infected needles, infected syringes, having unprotected sex with an infected partner, and it can also pass from mother to the child. Now these are the sources of infection, and in most patients this disease may be completely asymptomatic and the patient may not have any symptoms at all for several months or several years together. But those patients that do have symptoms, they usually exhibit symptoms of fever, body ache, joint pain and liver inflammation, hepatitis. Now even this can be treated, but the main seriousness of the disease is in the long run. If the patient is having active chronic inflammation, now this gradually leads to inflammation and disease of the liver, and it can result in hepatitis, it can result in cirrhosis and liver cancer in the long run, and it can also affect and cause damage to the kidneys. So this is a very serious disease which can result in mortality in the long run, and it needs to be detected and treated as early as possible. Now vaccination is available for this disease, so higher risk persons or even children can be vaccinated successfully and prevent this disease from being contracted. But those patients who have this disease need monitoring lifelong, and they can be given antiviral medications in the modern system of medicine. But Ayurvedic herbal treatment is very useful in the treatment of this disease, because these herbs are very effective and are clinically proved to treat hepatitis and long-term complications of hepatitis. If used in the proper dose and for a long time, they can even prevent cirrhosis or prevent cancer of the liver. Now in the in the acute phase, if it is detected and treated early with Ayurvedic medicines, we have seen a large number of or a large percentage of patients they have turned negative from this disease, and therefore the long-term complications are non-existent in such persons. But even in those patients who are having the chronic disease, they can be treated very well. If they are treated, say, aggressively for 1 or 2 years, then most of the complications of this disease can be prevented, and such a person can lead a normal life. If at all required, some small doses of medicines can be given. These patients need to be monitored. Say yearly tests can be done to see whether the disease is active or is progressing, and accordingly the treatment can be given. So Ayurvedic herbal medicine is very useful for the treatment of this disease. So friends, this is a short description of Ayurvedic herbal treatment for hepatitis B virus infection. Let's meet in the next video. Goodbye.